My drug usage started when I was 16. It was a party atmosphere that got me going. It was basically to escape real life. I couldn't. Grief is like the one major issue I can look back at and say grief is what jump-started me to want to escape. My drug usage started when I was 16. It was a party atmosphere that got me going. It was basically to escape real life. I couldn't. Grief is like the one major issue I can look back at and say grief is what jump-started me to want to escape. I started with like going to raves and parties and bars at a young age at 16. Alcohol was involved, definitely alcohol, and then ecstasy. A lot of party drugs like ketamine and GHB and coke. Marijuana was also involved. Well, that part in my life was like 16 to like early middle 20s. While I was doing that every weekend, and every time I could, find an occasion to do like drugs or drink. So it was more like a weekend thing, a party thing, and it wasn't a everyday thing. And that lasted a pretty long time. Like I said, like I was 16 to early 20s. I did meth to escape and also to maintain during the day, during the week. The weekend part was very easy for me to act like I had a normal life to outside world. Like I was able to hold up school for as long as I was going to school. I was able to go to work because I would do all this stuff on the weekends. But when I started doing meth and drinking more regularly, it started to bleed into my daytime life, my work. I used to get really strung out on meth, and what happened multiple occasions is I would be so strung out, I would fall out. My breaks, I would go out and smoke, and I would basically fall out, go unconscious, and nobody could wake me up. Every once in a while, like my body would just shut down. This was making it very apparent to the rest of my life, my family and friends, that I had a problem. It definitely affected my family. They were concerned. My job, they were all very concerned with my life and wondering if I was okay. I basically running myself ragged, not being able to hold myself together during the day. I was consuming maybe like a ball, which is 3-point-some grams of meth a day, and that was like, when I was working, that cost maybe $300 and some or higher. It started to become really hard for me to run away from the consequences, or run away from the issue, because it was becoming really apparent to everybody that I was on drugs. But I would tell my family that I would want to stop, or I did stop when I had no intention to. A lot of times I went back home after I wasn't able to maintain my life, and with the promises of changing, but really all that was happening is I was manipulating my family so that I could have a place to stay while I was using drugs.